It was the summer of 2006 when my maternal grandmother was to undergo a heart surgery. To give her company, my cousins and I moved in with her. We spent many hot summer afternoons playing table tennis, also known as ping pong, in the recreational room of her building. One day, her friend came to visit her. He saw us play and even told me I played quite well. But I took this extremely lightly and just forgot about it. Later that night, when I was speaking to my grandmom, she told me he was none other than ex-national table tennis coach, Mr. Ratish Chachad. My eyes lit up when she also told me that he had offered to train me. The high speed, spins, and different styles of the game fascinated me, and I took up this offer at once. Chachad sir, as I fondly call him, often wore his India team t-shirts when he came to train me. He also told me many stories of his days representing India. These stories would have inspired anyone, but the most and biggest inspiration was when on my birthday he surprised me with the precious gift of the India blazer he had worn to the World Championships. I opened it in front of him and saw it in complete awe. I realized it wasn't my size. And that's when I had decided that I wouldn't wear one until I had earned one of my own. So, I framed it. I kept it on my bedroom wall. I saw it each morning when I woke up, every afternoon when I came back from school, and it was also the last thing I saw before going to bed each night. This blazer resonated with my dreams of representing India. Every time I saw it and realized I didn't have one of my own, it made me itch. This is when my India dream was born, and that was the first turning point in my life. In 2012, I injured my shoulder blade. Despite extensive physiotherapy, the pain wasn't subsiding. It had already been over a month since I had last held my racket. I felt extremely restless, as I wasn't even able to do basic daily activities such as drink a glass of water or pick up my books. What followed were more fruitless visits to various physiotherapists. As an optimistic 13-year-old, I decided that I was going to fight this out. There was only one option left. I thoroughly hated it, but I decided that I would do yoga. With the help of my paternal grandmother, I got to visit Shri B.K.S. Iyengarji in his yoga center in Pune. As I walked into class, I saw people of various ages contorted into seemingly impossible yoga asanas. Just like them, he also made me hang upside down, do back arches, even though he knew how bad my shoulder was. I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I cried in front of 200 people. It wasn't just the physical pain, but also the mental agony of the thought, what if I could never play table tennis again? After a few more sessions, my shoulder seemed to be getting better. He told me to continue practicing with my grandmom at home. After a few weeks of practicing at home and a lot more tears, I was finally strong enough to get back onto the table. I yet remember the first day when I started to play again. Hearing that ping pong sound of the ball was magical. From twice a week to 4 times to 6, I stepped up my routine, and within 6 months, I was announced captain of the state junior team for the nationals. I led the team to a silver at the nationals. All this wouldn't have been possible without the whole yoga experience. And that was another turning point in my life. I also knew that all this wasn't possible without the help of my grandmom. No wonder they say your grandparents are even more special than your own parents. 2014, I was representing India at the World Junior Circuit Open in El Salvador. My 6 a.m. alarm rang, and I was soon in the gym for my warm-up run and stretching routine. Post-breakfast, I made my way to the stadium. There seemed to be something special about that day. As I walked into the changing room, I opened my bag. I chose the t-shirt I'd play in. I held it in front of me. Mudit Dani, India. I had never read these 3 words so slowly, carefully, or mindfully before. That's when I wore the t-shirt. Pride filled me in, and I walked out of the changing room with my head held high. Just like the previous night, the coach revised the game tactics with me. There was just 1 hour to go for my first international singles final. There was nothing more I wanted than to win a maiden gold for India. As I shut my eyes for a split second and entered the arena, I could hear a faint chant go, "India, India, India." And that's when I remembered the 2011 Cricket World Cup finals in Mumbai. My finals started well, and I won the first 2 games. I was just 1 set away from winning my first international gold. I even got the lead in the 3rd game. But I lost it and eventually even lost the game. My coach sensed I was playing a little passively. So, from the other side of the stadium, he signaled to me with his hand like a big TV. That's when I realized it was 4 a.m. in India. But my friends, family, federation officials, and many more were watching the game on a live internet stream. That's when it dawned upon me that I was not only responsible for myself, but for the entire nation. I started the 4th game well and took the lead once more. My coach saw that excitement was written all over my face. He kept telling me to keep calm. I must confess, it was incredibly difficult, but it seems like I could hold my nerve as I went on to win the game 11-8 and fell to the floor in excitement. There were screams and chants, and the noise level hit the roof. But the most heartening of all was seeing the coach running from across the hall with his arms wide open, holding the Indian national flag. I couldn't resist but take the flag with me onto the podium. Mudit Dani followed by India, and soon my first international gold was around my neck. But the best was yet to come. About 50 meters across the hall, the marching had stopped. The band was silent. The national anthem began to play. As I sang each word of our national anthem, I was closer to tearing up. Soon, the flag was in clear sight. That's when I got a flashback of all my life's turning points. Charchad sir handing me the India blazer. Going to Pune for yoga therapy. Representing India for the first time. As I continued to sing the national anthem, tears rolled down my face. Everything seemed so worth it right then. There was nothing more I wanted. As the flag rose higher and higher, nothing made me more proud than to see our flag to be the highest of all 3. What made this moment even more special was the timing. 15th August 2014, winning a gold for India on India's 67th Independence Day, as I heard the national anthem play on foreign soil, as the entire crowd rose in attention and respect of our anthem and our flag. There was nothing more I could ever ask for. The good performances continued as I went on to win 22 medals for India that led to an all-time high of number 10 on the global junior circuit standings. Each medal and tournament had a unique charm, but my unique identity has been built by experiencing the various turning points during this journey of table tennis. What if I had not taken up Chachad sir's offer? What if I was never able to play table tennis after my injury? I wouldn't have won all the medals, but more importantly, I wouldn't have been able to experience the life lessons that have shaped who I am today. I'm sure each and every one of you has experiences, loved ones, and small incidents that can change your life. Today, I want all of you to please notice these small things around you. I want you to be able to value the things that you may think are small but may become a turning point in your life. There have been many turning points that all of you guys would have endured in your life. And be ready to embrace the future's turning points, as these are the only moments that will lead you to your one moment. Thank you.